Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and today I'm going to be talking about something that is very exciting for me, and it is that I recently got accepted into nursing school. I am so happy and I'm so excited. This journey has only been a year for me, and I'll explain more, but I am just happy that I got into a school. I got into a school that I wanted to go to. I'm in a program that I really feel like I'm going to enjoy, and I'm so blessed and I'm so thankful. Thank you, God. I can't thank him enough for this. And so yeah, let's get straight into everything that you might have to think about and know to apply to nursing school. When I graduated spring 2017 after earning my first undergraduate degree, I actually thought about going to nursing school, well, starting the journey to apply to nursing school immediately. Like August of 2017, I thought about taking classes to start nursing school, but I don't know why I didn't. I just kind of was like, whatever. And that year after I graduated was just kind of a fun year for me. It was like I was going out, I was at happy hour all the time, I was traveling, and sorry, my dog. I was traveling and it was really fun. But came May of 2018 and I was like, okay, I need to get serious. I need to get for real. I can't just be doing this all the time. I was working like 3 jobs. I enjoyed them all, but it wasn't what I wanted to do long term. So I decided, you know what, let me get serious about this nursing school thing. When I decided that, I started off researching everything. Researching what I needed to do to apply, application deadlines, and all of that jazz, okay? So usually applications, of course, are due in January, and I want to say June if you're going to be applying for the fall semester. So I didn't have much time between May 2018 and January of 2019 to take the 5 prereqs that are required. So those are the 5 prereqs that you're going to need to take if you already have a previous bachelor's degree and you're planning on applying to a nursing school, accelerated or just a traditional track, are going to be Anatomy and Physiology 1 and 2, Chemistry, Human Developmental Psychology, and Microbiology, okay? So in my previous degree, I had taken none of those classes, but I really wanted to be able to apply by January 2019. So essentially I had summer 1, summer 2, and fall to take all 5 of those classes. And you're thinking, oh, it's just 5 classes, you know. In a traditional college, you know, full-time student, they're going to be taking 5 classes a semester, right? I took 5 classes a semester when I was in college most of the time. But no, okay? These classes, okay? I definitely suggest taking these classes over the course of a year, okay? A full year, including summer 1 and summer 2, and fall and spring, okay? Just to put that out there. If you want to actually, you know, take the classes in the best times and be able to retain and have a joyful, still hard time getting through this process, okay? But my path is a little bit different, and I knew I needed to get started right away. So summer 1, I took A&P 1 in chemistry, which was a horrible idea. I ended up not even getting the grades I wanted because it was just like, I was going crazy. My mind was just filled up to here with information. I had never really taken science classes like that. Like, I mean, of course I've taken science classes. Let me not say that. But college level science classes like that are so information based, and it's like you have to just memorize stuff, and there's only so much that your mind can take, okay? And taking those 2 classes together in a summer session was just the definition of hard, okay? So summer 2, I took A&P 2 and Human Developmental Psychology, and then in the fall, I ended up taking A&P 1 again because the first time I did not do well, and Microbiology, okay? So I was ready by January 15th, essentially. Another thing that you're going to have to know to apply to nursing school is going to be entrance exams. Entrance exams are different for different schools. They're either going to take the HESI or the TEAS. If you have to take the TEAS, study. point blank period. If you have to take the HESI, depending on what sections your school requires you to take, study, and also kind of try to see if you can find, for me, what helped me was like finding information on people who had previously taken the HESI and seeing what sections they had to take and kind of like what they really focused on. And the HESI is so much better than taking the T. So you're gonna have to know the two tests that you're gonna need to take, and the score, like the minimum score that you have to make in order to apply to the school of your choice. So you also are going to have to know the minimum GPA that is required to apply. So because I have a previous bachelor's degree, I mainly looked at accelerated programs. Accelerated programs really just require you to have a previous bachelor's degree, and then they're going to also look at your science GPA, and that's considered your prereqs, those 5 prereqs that you take in applying to nursing school. So those classes, you have to get good grades. You want a competitive GPA, and you know, you really have to buckle down and focus because you want to get the best grade. Another thing you also want to know is what makes your application competitive. Speaking to an advisor would be the best way to learn this information. At any school that I applied to, I found an advisor there, and I kept in contact with them, you know, as far as, hey, I just finished summer 1 and I just, you know, I got this grade, and then I just finished summer 2 and I got this grade. Hey, I'm about to take my finals and it's looking like I'm going to be ending class with this grade. You know, I look forward to speaking to you soon. Asking any questions that you may have about the application process. That's a really good resource to just have in general about any questions, because who is going to know better about the application process, the school, and all that stuff than the advisors? And usually the advisors have something to do with the acceptance realm of students for that semester. Okay, so you want to get in good. You want to show that you have initiative and you're ready, and you know, you're taking the necessary steps and getting connected with the necessary people to do your absolute best. Okay, next, money. Of course, these classes are not free. I think you can go to like community colleges free these days, and certain programs like you can get a free education, but most of the time you guys pay for these classes. Okay, and these classes aren't necessarily the cheapest. For me, I took all of mine at my local community college. That was my plan. I had been taking classes at the community colleges throughout the course of my previous undergrad career, and so I was just already plugged in, and all I had to do was go in the little portal to see the classes and all that stuff. So the cheapest route is definitely going to be a community college. Now, some schools have a point system, and the more classes that you take at their school, you can earn points for that. Okay, for me, I just relied on having a strong GPA to, you know, get me a lot of points. Okay, so you also want to take that into consideration. You know, if you don't think you're going to do the best in these classes, maybe retake them at the school of your choice and just earn all the points you can there. But you know, just look at it to see, you know, realistically, what am I going to get in this class and what's going to give me the most points, you know. And also having certain certifications will get you points, you know, working at certain places will get you points. So look into all of that. Do your research. Okay, do not rush it. Learn all that you can. And another good way to do research is talking to an advisor. So now you're done with all of your classes. You've taken your entrance exam. You finally, you know, submit your application. You wait, and you find out you got accepted. Now there's the part between the time you got accepted and then starting school. Okay, I didn't do any research. So I didn't do any research about this period, right? And there's things that you have to do. There's 100% things that you have to do. You know, the school is going to have information sessions that you go to any and all of that. You're going to have to get scrubs. You're going to have to get school supplies, of course, shoes, stethoscope, all of that stuff. You're going to have to get that stuff. But the number one thing is immunizations. Okay, so I was pretty caught up on my vaccines, but there still was a couple that you have to get, and then there's some that you have to do in a series, and the series can only be done over a certain time span. And you know, if you are starting school this day and then you start clinicals this day, you're gonna have to make sure that your vaccines are all done pretty much the day before you start clinicals. Okay, so yeah, make sure you look into all of that. I mean, when you're applying and stuff like that, don't too much worry about it, but it's like pretty much after you apply, regardless of you getting acceptance or not, just start checking up on your vaccines and seeing the requirements that you're going to have, because you're like me, you're gonna have to go somewhere, and one day I got like 3 shots, like, and then you know you got to keep track of the series that you might have to do, and you got to go on this day, you got to do on this day, and then that is also money. That's money, of course, like that's more money. So this process isn't necessarily free. You kind of start off just spending money, but it's also stuff, you know, you need to know about these things. I'm so happy that I decided to go on this journey a year ago. So you guys, please stick with me through this journey. This is something that I want to incorporate into my channel, and I can't wait for you guys to see me grow in this. And thank you so much for watching this video. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know if you're applying to nursing school, if you're thinking about going to nursing school, if you're like me and waiting for your actual start date for nursing school, all down in the comment section. And you guys, let's just make this a community and a space that we can all just vent and talk about this whole process, because it's not the easiest, but it's definitely worth it, and you feel so accomplished once you do. So thank you again for watching this channel, and I will see y'all in my next video.